Welcome to Aurora's Committee of Adjustment meeting. The time is 7 p.m. on Thursday, January the 8th, 2026. I would like to call this Committee of Adjustment meeting to order. I will start by introducing the committee members and staff. I am the committee chair. My name is Alita Tari, and the remaining members are as follows. The committee vice chair is Michael Visconti. We have John Hartman, Claudia Watts, and Maricela Sauceda. The secretary treasurer is Stephanie February, and our senior planner is Antonio Greco. The town of Aurora acknowledges that the Anishinaabe lands on which we live and work are the traditional and treaty territory of the Chippewas of Georgina Island, as well as many other nations whose presence here continues to this day. As the closest First Nation community to Aurora, we recognize the special relationship the Chippewas have with the lands and waters of this territory. They are the water protectors and environmental stewards of these lands, and as a municipality, we join them in these responsibilities. We further acknowledge that Aurora is part of the treaty lands of Mississaugas and Chippewas, recognized through Treaty Number 13, as well as the Williams Treaties of 1923. A shared understanding of the rich cultural heritage that has existed for centuries and how our collective past has brought us to where we are today will help us walk together into a better future. So our first item on tonight's agenda is the approval of the agenda. If I could please have a motion to approve tonight's agenda. Thank you, John. And if I could please have a seconder. Thank you, Claudia. Carried? I'm sorry. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. The next item is declarations of pecuniary interest. Does anybody have a declaration to make? Okay, seeing none. The next item is the confirmation of the meeting minutes from December 11th, 2025. If I could please have someone move to approve the minutes. Thank you, Maricela, and thank you, Michael, for seconding that. All in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. So our first application, oh, sorry, actually, I was just gonna go through the remarks. Sorry about that. Tonight's public meeting is being audio and video recorded. It is also being conducted virtually through the use of Zoom technology. Your name, address, and comments, and any other personal information are being recorded according to the Municipal Act and the Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act. This will help the town clerk prepare accurate minutes and to create a record that is available to the general public, including on the town's website. Questions about this collection should be directed to the town clerk. Please be advised that the reports being considered tonight are available on the Town of Aurora's website and through staff at the town's planning department. Should you wish to receive notification of any of tonight's decisions, please complete the appropriate forms available through town staff. Applicants and agents will automatically be notified. For each application that we will be considering tonight, the following process will occur. I will briefly outline the purpose of the application, and then the agent or applicant will be given the opportunity to make a presentation. It is the applicant's decision whether they wish to speak or let the application proceed on the merits of the information as received. Presentations and deputations are limited to 5 minutes as much as possible. Following any initial comments from the applicant, I will invite members of the public who have an interest in the application to come forward and address the committee. Those members of the public who wish to speak must clearly state their name and address and must provide this information to the secretary treasurer. Should you wish to obtain a copy of tonight's notice of decision, please complete the appropriate form available through the secretary treasurer. Members of the public are reminded that text comments are not permitted during the meeting and that they will not be noted in any manner or at any time. Each individual may speak only once on an issue, and once a decision has commenced in respect to the motion, no further presentations shall be made. If you require any technical assistance with your presentation, please let me know. If you wish to speak and are currently following the meeting on the YouTube feed, you will need to turn the feed off and join the live meeting, as there is a slight lag between the YouTube and the live feed. Please ensure that all questions and/or comments are directed through myself as the chair, and if relevant, I will request the appropriate person to respond. It should be noted that the applicant will be given the opportunity to respond to any questions or comments should the committee feel that that is appropriate. So our first item on tonight's agenda is Hunchback Group Holding, and it's file MV 2025-48. This application here, planning staff are requesting a deferral for the above noted minor variance application for located at 351st Commerce Drive. They are requesting this as additional time is required for some commenting agencies. Does someone want to move the deferral for this application? Michael, thank you. And Claudia, you'll second that? All in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. The next item on our agenda is 46 Mosley Street, and that file number is MV 2025-46. The owner applicant is requesting relief from the requirements of the town's comprehensive zoning bylaw 6000-17 as amended to facilitate the construction of a one-story accessory structure. The following relief is being requested. Section 24.497.8 of the zoning bylaw permits a maximum gross floor area of 40.0 square meters. The applicant is proposing a one-story accessory structure with a gross floor area of 78.5 square meters. Section 24.497.8 of the zoning bylaw permits a maximum height of 3.5 meters to the midpoint of the roof. The applicant is proposing a one-story accessory structure with a height of 4.0 meters to the midpoint of the roof. And section 24.497.8 of the zoning bylaw permits a maximum height of 4.5 meters to the peak of the roof. The applicant is proposing a one-story accessory structure with a height of 5.3 meters to the peak of the roof. Planning staff have reviewed the application regarding section 45, subsection 1 of the Planning Act as amended, and believe that the requested variances meet the 4 tests of the Planning Act for granting the minor variances. Staff are recommending approval of the requested variances, subject to the conditions outlined in Appendix A attached to the report. Hi, I believe we have the owner that would like to address committee. If you could please do me a favor, and if you could just state your name and address for the record, and I'm not sure if you have a presentation or anything for the committee.
Sure. Yeah, through you, Madam Chair. My name is Dylan DePass, and I'm one of the owners of 46 Mosley Street in Aurora. I'd first like to thank the committee for hearing my application today. I have prepared some slides that I'd love to quickly show. I believe somebody will share that for me. Don't know. And this will just give some insight into my property in case any of the committee members didn't get a chance to come and take a look ahead of this call. So next slide, please. So the proposed accessory building is a multi-purpose building that we would love to build in our backyard here. It's going to have a recreation area. Me and my wife both work from home, so we want to have a gym and yoga area, and I'm really into golf, so I want to put a golf simulator there. And then we also have 2 young children as well who would definitely make use of the space. Also storage. This property doesn't have a basement, and so storage is an issue for us. So we definitely could use the extra storage that's part of the structure. And then we also have plans for a pool down the road, so we would need pool equipment as well. So the structure will also contain a change room and bathroom and the kind of things that you'd want to have to accompany a pool. The size of the indoor space is actually 570 square feet, and the additional 200 square feet is actually this covered cabana gazebo that is included in the square footage. Next slide, please. And that's a picture of what the structure would look like. This is just to show, I just threw this in quick. The yellow area kind of represents where this structure would live on my property. It's definitely not to scale or anything, but just to give you an idea that you can see there's a pool area and some other interlocked area. And we have plans for lots of trees and stuff to be put in on the property. Next slide, please. So just to give some background about what's the other properties around me. So the east side, there's a fourplex there. There's mainly a big parking lot that's at that side. And then there's also this accessory building they have as well. This building is, I think it was 5.3 meters roughly. So it's roughly around the same size as the building that we're proposing in terms of the height. And I think they use that for storage, and I'm not sure what else is in there, but there is that structure on the back of my neighbor to the east. Next slide, please. This would be my neighbor to the west. So they have a very big garage area there, and that's about a 20-foot wall. There's no windows at all looking through into my backyard. But that structure is, yeah, that's from the west side. Slide, please. And so this is the back. And so directly behind my property to the north, there is a rehab center. And as part of the rehab center, they have a recreation area. So, and there's also a structure back there too. I'm not sure what they have in there, but so they're people, they're out there playing basketball, they play hockey, all great. Definitely, in the summer, there's a lot of noise coming from there. So it would be great to have a sound barrier, somewhat of a sound barrier between that area and my property, but not a huge deal. It's not definitely not a problem for me. It's just a nice perk if we could get the structure built. That would help there as well. There's also a parking lot. You can see. Oh, sorry, yeah, there's a parking lot over there as well, and then there's that garage storage. And you can see in the corner of my property a bunch of stuff. Like that's like my lawnmower and a whole bunch of things that I have no space to store. So I would definitely make use of this extra storage that is in that would be in this proposed structure. So that's pretty much it. I thank you for your time and consideration, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Do we have any questions from the committee? Michael?
Through you, Madam Chair, just a question mostly for staff. I guess in the future, Mr. DePass has mentioned the pool. Would there be any problems for him in the future applying for a pool permit, given the building that he's proposing?
Through you, Madam Chair. So the applicant would have to submit a swimming pool enclosure permit. The property is substantial in size, so I don't foresee any issues with a pool permit being submitted. Of course, the pool permit would be reviewed by the town's building department to ensure that he does have adequate space for the pool in relation to the buildings on the property. But given the property size, I don't foresee any issues with the pool back there.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have John? Go ahead.
Through you, Madam Chair, to the Planning Department, Antonio. Antonio, should in 2, 3, 4 years the property usage change in terms of maybe putting a bedroom back there, a kitchenette back there, what would the applicant have to do to proceed if that happened? I'm just thinking future planning or future ownership.
Through you, Madam Chair, yeah, that's a good question. The minor variance before us tonight, the purposes of that accessory building is for recreation uses, as the applicant stated. If for whatever reasons the use of that building were to change down the line, the variance tonight would apply to the site plan that's attached. So if planning staff or building staff were to catch that the use of that building has changed in the future, the variances wouldn't apply, and a new set of variances would have to be applied for that specific, let's say, residential use. So to recap, the use for it tonight is recreation, and the plans would be tied to tonight's decision, and a new set of variances would need to be applied for if the use were to switch to residential.
Thank you.
Yep, John, you had another question?
Yes, I do. Through you, Madam Chair, to the applicant. Will you be planning on putting additional noise barriers or some sort of confinement? You've noted that it's a golf simulator. I happen to have one in my basement when I lived on Wells Street, and they can be noisy. And although you've got people behind you that play hockey and basketball, what's the term of the sound barriers within the structure?
Yeah, through you, Madam Chair. We definitely plan on making it as noise dampening as possible. I totally understand that there can be a little bit of noise associated with a simulator, swinging a club, hitting it against a screen. And so that would definitely be something that we would want, not only for my house, but for all of our surrounding neighbors as well. So that would be a priority for me.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions? Seeing no other questions, would someone like to propose a motion for this application? Michael?
Through you, Madam Chair, I move to approve application file number MV 2025-46 with the attached amendments, or I'm sorry, with the recommended conditions of approval in Appendix A. And I believe the owner has read those conditions of approval and he's okay with them. Yeah.
Thank you. And do we have a seconder for that motion? Thank you, John. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and our next item on tonight's agenda is a minor variance application for 140 Center Street. And planning staff are also requesting a deferral of this minor variance application for 140 Center Street, as additional time is required to review and confirm the proposed site plan dimensions related to the vehicular parking and driveways. Could I get a motion to defer this application? Marcella, thank you. And can I get a seconder? Claudia, thank you. All in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. And our next item is if there's any items of new business. Seeing none. So the next one is adjournment. If I can please have a mover to adjourn.